My LinkedIn is like my house. And I might say, "Hey, thanks for checking out my profile. Anything specific you looking for?" Think about that. Wouldn't you do that if somebody entered your house?
Welcome to the Social Media Takeaway. I'm your host, Louise McDonald, and this is the show for business people who want to learn how to use social media to drive consistent sales and leads for their business. If you enjoy the show, please make sure that you subscribe and give us a nice 5-star review. So today I am absolutely delighted to be joined by Joe Apfelbaum. He is the CEO and founder of the B2B digital marketing agency Ajax Union. He is the founder of EVAI. He is a professional speaker, AI automation creator, prompt engineer, LinkedIn strategist, marketing expert, and business mentor. And he is so well known for his expertise in LinkedIn marketing, social selling, and business growth. You're very welcome, Joe.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really excited to be here, and I love being able to share strategies about how to grow on LinkedIn.
So let's start at the very beginning. First question. Why should you pay attention to LinkedIn if you're not?
The reason why you need to pay attention to LinkedIn, because LinkedIn has 1 billion people on it in 200 countries around the world. LinkedIn is the world's largest professional social network, period. So if you're looking for business networking, if you're looking for business growth, if you're looking for clients, if you're looking for networking, prospecting, marketing, you need to pay attention to LinkedIn. And such few people are really paying attention to LinkedIn. Out of the 8 billion people in the world, there's only 1 billion people on it. You might think, oh, a billion's a lot. Well, there are 3 billion people on Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp on the Meta platforms. There's 3 billion people on that, and only a third of them are really on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn's going to grow to have 3 billion people on it over the course of the next 5 years.
And when you're on LinkedIn, you're there to do business. You're not there for any other reason.
Yeah. And jump to my profile, and I might say, hey, thanks for checking out my profile. Anything specific you looking for? Think about that. Wouldn't you do that if somebody entered your house? My LinkedIn is like my house. It's like my office. It's like my business. I don't even have an office anymore. I have a virtual office called LinkedIn. You want to get me? Come to LinkedIn. My cell phone number's there. You can reach me, knock on my door, like and comment on my posts. I love looking at your posts. And most people are just not even posting on LinkedIn.
Brilliant. Okay, so now we've answered that first question, why you should pay attention to LinkedIn. Second question I want to talk to you about is, for those people who are listening in who feel like they're on the outside looking in and they just don't even know where to start with LinkedIn, what advice do you give them?
For people looking on the outside looking in that don't even know where to start, what I tell them to do on LinkedIn is just log in on a daily basis for 15 minutes a day. Start by adding new relationships to your account. LinkedIn is the only platform where you can find your ideal target market, whether it's a CEO, whether it's a HR manager, whether it's a speaker, an author, a podcast host, whoever you're looking for on LinkedIn, you can find them by using the search. Now you have a new follower. On Facebook, you can only have 5,000 friends. However, on LinkedIn, you can have 30,000 connections. That is one of the craziest hacks online. Why is it a crazy hack? Because everybody wants to become a influencer, but few people know that on LinkedIn, you can become an influencer by just adding 1,000 connections, and now you have 1,000 people following you. That is the most insane hack ever. So if you're getting started, ask yourself, do you have 1,000 people that are following you on LinkedIn? If not, you can do that in 90 days. And the right 1,000 people will help you generate $1 million in revenue in your business and hopefully $100,000 in profit. So I tell people, if you're not generating $100,000 in profit from your network, you're not doing networking correctly. Everyone should be able to minimum generate at least $100,000 in profit from their network. If you're not doing that, you're really missing out. So I highly recommend that people start logging in every day and send 20 connection requests out per day and build your network. Now, there are 3 other things you can do every day on LinkedIn to be successful, and we can get into those. But at a minimum, if you're not sure where to start by logging in and spend time on the platform.
I love that. So, and it's so true. Like, you should be controlling who you connect with. You should be really super clear who it is you want to connect with. And then you don't just sit there and wait for them to connect with you. So for me, yeah, super important. Log in and get into that habit of being there every single day, but make sure that you're there and that you're putting your foot forward. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people that, especially coaches and consultants, if you have a services page, and I know you have one, most people have not added content, reviews, photos, and videos to their services page. So then maybe that's homework for you to do because it's really easy for you to edit your services page and make it look really good. So definitely do that. Also, most people don't have enough recommendations on LinkedIn. My goal is to get one, at least one once a month because it adds a lot of value. And then what's trending right now is LinkedIn added a new feature called the doom scrolling feature on your mobile phone where you can swipe up and see video after video after video inside the video tab on the mobile phone. You push video and you can swipe up, swipe up, swipe up. So doing those short 1 minute videos can be extremely useful. So for example, I have take my live videos and turn them into little clips, let's say a minute long in the format of like Instagram. I don't know if you know this, but
Yeah.
most people are afraid to post. I went on Sales Navigator, and on Sales Navigator, there's a little feature that you click on that tells you who posted in the past 30 days. They say there's about 1 million posts going up a day. From a small percentage of those 15 million people, 1 million posts go up a day. And so if 1 million posts go up a day and 90% of them are garbage because either they're not well optimized or they don't have a link, they don't have a hook, they don't have main points, they don't have a call to action, they don't have the right hashtags. And as a result, they're not going to show up on the feed. No one's ever going to see it. They don't get engagement. Like most posts on LinkedIn have no likes and comments.
And come here, tell us. You say not to put a link in a post on LinkedIn. And what about if you put a link in the comments underneath your post? Does that still upset the algorithm?
If you put a link underneath your own post, that doesn't upset the algorithm. Some people say that if you're the first person to comment, LinkedIn doesn't like that. But I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true because I spoke to an engineer and he told me that any type of comment that you leave on your post is considered engagement. Obviously, if somebody else inside your network leaves a comment, then their followers will see it more rather than you leaving a comment on your own post. Only your followers will see that.
Okay, Joe, somebody's going to send an email to somebody that they don't know today. What strategies should they follow?
The number one strategy is create curiosity from the person. Make sure that who you're speaking to, you understand that they have a specific need in mind. Everybody has a pain in mind. What is the pain that the person has in their head that you can help them solve? What is the pain that you can solve for each person on LinkedIn? Everybody has a pain, but the pain of your target market is different than the pain of my target market. We have different target markets. So identifying what is the pain of the target market and then getting really clear on one of those pains, and through our frameworks, checklists, cheat sheets, scripts, and strategies, we teach you how to be able to find their pain. So if I know that I'm prospecting someone specific, and then what I do is I go ahead and I make sure that I understand what their pain is, and then I take their pain and I speak to their pain using curiosity tactics, they're much more likely to want to respond to my message because I know what their pain is. Alex Hormozy said, when you know the pain of your target market better than they do, they're much more likely to do business with you. And that is such a huge competitive advantage to understand the pain of your target market. It's such a huge competitive advantage to really be able to focus in and hone in on that pain. And once you understand the pain of your target market and you build those relationships with your target market in that way, that now they know that you know what you're talking about. Now they know that you're not just a shiny object. Now they know that you are actually considering them, thinking about them, and that you actually care about them. People don't, I think it was Zig Ziglar that said this. He said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So think about, or it could have been Jim Rohn or something like that. But bottom line is some sales trainer said that. And what I believe is that people need to know that you actually care about them, that you're actually paying attention to them, that you're not spamming them. Is spam unsolicited in-mails? No. Spam is not unsolicited in-mails. Spam is unrelated, irrelevant in-mails, emails, phone calls, SMSs. If I'm just spraying and praying, I'm spamming.
Love
It's
that.
not relevant. The person, if someone comes to you and sends you a message that you know is not meant for you, and they were just spraying it all over the place. How would you feel?
Fantastic. Joe, thank you so much for sharing all these amazing nuggets. I can't wait to get the show notes and go through them and pick out all the pieces of advice. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for sharing all your advice so freely.
All right, I'll see you soon.
That's it, everyone. That's another episode of the Social Media Takeaway. If you have some feedback, make sure that you tag us on social media. You'll find me under Sell on Social M, or on LinkedIn, you'll find me under Louise McDonald. I'd love to hear your feedback and what you thought about the show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future episodes. And if you know anyone who may be interested, be sure to share the show with them too. Thanks, everyone.